What's up guys, welcome and welcome back to another video from Nuff Niceness. I'm making wine slice today, so stay tuned, enjoy this one. Here are my ingredients that I'll be using and I am gonna walk you through them. I'm using wine, my spices, eggs, flour. Browning is a must because that gives the cake that dark color that it has. I'm also gonna add some almond flavoring to this to enhance the taste of it. Now, as I said before, as I go along, I will walk you through and give you the amount that I'm using. My spices are here and my butter, my granulated sugar. Granulated sugar is required for this one. So let's go. I'll start off with my butter. I'm going to cream my butter and this is half cup of butter. So I'll cream it a little before I add my sugar and this will be 1 cup of granulated sugar. I'm now just gonna cream my butter and my sugar together. This should be about 3 minutes and after this then I'll wanna add my eggs. It's important to scrape the sides of your bowl as you cream your butter and sugar, so always make sure you do that. Now let me add my eggs. You can add your eggs one at a time or you can add both as I've done here. It requires 2 eggs, so I just go ahead and just toss both in at the same time. A teaspoon of lime juice is good here. Now I am going to sift my flour and I am adding 2 cups of all-purpose flour here. I will also be adding my spices, cinnamon, half teaspoon of nutmeg, quarter teaspoon of salt and half teaspoon of baking soda and a tablespoon of baking powder. The cinnamon is a tablespoon, just in case I didn't mention that. So I'll sift this together and add this to my butter and sugar section of the batter. I'm just giving this a quick stir so that my spices and my flour are incorporated properly, and then it's time to add it to my butter and my sugar. So I'm now adding my dry ingredients and I want to add this in 3 different parts, and from here on I'll be using my spatula to combine my ingredients instead of my mixer. Now I'll add the second batch of flour and combine this and then add my wine. You need to add a teaspoon of the almond flavoring, then just give that a little stir. At this stage I want to add my browning, and this is about 3 tablespoons of browning. That should make it dark enough. I am now adding a tablespoon of molasses. This is optional but it also helps with the flavor, so I recommend you add it. I'm now combining these, and you can always add more browning if you think you need more as you go along, but for me I believe that this amount is perfect for my wine slice. This is one of my favorite parts of making my butter, and it's adding my wine, and I am using half cup of wine to this and I've added half of it. I'm gonna combine this and then I'll add the other half and the remainder of my flour. I have already added the remainder of my wine and I am now adding the last batch of my flour. So now I am basically finished with my batter, and it's just to get it into my tin and get it into the oven. I am not sure if I had made mention of the fact that for my wine I had made a mixture of fruit wine, red label wine and a little rum. So you know, the rum helps to enhance the flavor of your wine cake and it gives you that delicious flavor. Now when you put your cake into the oven, remember that it is going to be darker. So as I said before, this is a perfect color for me. Now my oven is being preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am going to bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes. You can test in between. You test after 30 minutes and see if it's good. Then you'll know if you should give it another 5 minutes. Now guys, this cake, this wine slice, it can stay out of your refrigerator. You don't have to refrigerate it, so just be mindful of that. You can also set a water bath in your oven. That will help with the texture and the moisture of your cake. I am using a 12 by 5 bun tin here. You can use a 8 by 5. I think that works much better. I just prefer the texture that I get when I use this tin, this particular tin, versus the other ones I have. This works better for me. Now here is my finished product straight from the oven, and I'm just gonna test it to show you guys that it is baked, ready. Now while the cake is hot, you need to pour your wine on your cake, and this is the same mixture I'm using: a little red label, little white rum, and a little fruit wine. And I am pouring half cup of wine on this now. I am going to let this cool down, then I'm going to remove it from the tin, and I'll then place it on a rack and pour about quarter cup of the same mixture on it. Before I cut into my wine slice, I want to just sprinkle some powdered sugar on top here, not from a decorative aspect, but just to absorb any excess wine that I may have on top here. Who knows, maybe it serves both purposes. So I'm gonna cut into this shortly and you will see inside. I can tell you this smells so good. Feeling the texture, it is soft and rich, and I can't wait to bite into this. Very moist cake, very good. You should try this. Now guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so whenever I upload, you'll be notified. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy.